And in this fourth edition of Ideas into Action, we would like to welcome everyone one more time. Ideas into Action is a social enterprise incubator that supports social entrepreneurs with refugee backgrounds across the UK to build and launch their social startups. Ideas into Action runs in partnership with Results CIC and the entrepreneurial refugee network TURN. The program includes interactive workshops, professional coaching, skills training, community exchange, and much more. The program has a mission to provide a platform for lived experienced leaders to start their own social impact startup. Today is the culmination of 8 months of hard work. Back in November, when Ideas into Action 25 started, this did seem like such a long way, but here we are today. A quick introduction to our agenda for today. We'll be having some welcome address and then followed by a very exciting keynote. I will then go ahead and introduce the different rooms that we have today. And then finally, you will all get to listen, or I mean, depending on the room that you choose to go into, you will be listening to the presentations by the entrepreneurs. We want to welcome you today to hear pitches, to hear presentations from 14 founders who are launching their social impact initiatives. Many have faced the problems that they are now solving. They have anchored their own lived experience and also professional experience to create innovative and new solutions for some of society's biggest problems. We have digital founders, we have charity startups, journalists to education startups. We have an incredible and diverse range of founders today, and we welcome them all at the end of this 8 months journey. And today is where you come in as audience. Today is the day that you could be the difference between our 14 founders being sustainable or not. In the audience today, we have potential partners, we have potential funders, potential supporters, and we call on you. We call on you to give these incredible founders the chance that they may need to get off the ground. I would like to quickly share a story about how I was supported to land my first major consulting contract. So I was initially introduced to TURN back in April 2019. It was a similar time that I ended my career in private banking due to a workplace burnout. So I genuinely could not do it anymore. I was pretty sick from that job. That time was challenging, but at the same time, it really ignited a passion for me to understand and also transform workplace dynamics. This led me to pursue a master's in organizational psychology and to start my own venture dedicated to improving workplace experience employee experience at the workplace. So it's quite exciting to me to share this story because the first major project that I had when I was a TURN alumni, I was actually invited to present my work and my vision to an investment company that was interested in funding TURN. During the presentation, I was presenting to the employees of this investment company, and I shared my philosophy on what a truly healthy workplace looks like. And to my surprise, at the end of the presentation, maybe a couple of days after, they did reach out to me saying that they needed help improving their own workplace experience. Now, that conversation blossomed into a major 6 months consulting contract. If anyone works in B2B, business to business, will definitely know that for someone to reach out to them, they have to at least have 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years of experience. It's really, really hard, guys. But because of the credibility that came from TURN, and because I was in a way presenting on behalf of TURN, or let's say supported by TURN, that really helped. And they reached out to me, and we were able to deliver a really, really good 6 months long program. So it's just a reminder of how crucial it is to really give this extra push, but also how for us as founders to really seek the push, to ask for the support, and of course then to act on it. And I'm hopeful that at the end of our session today, we will be able to spark similar collaboration opportunities for all of the 14 entrepreneurs. I would like to hand over now to Hormoz from Results CIC. Over to you, Hormoz.
Thank you so much, Amr, and for all the coaching work that you did on this program as well, together with Catherine Callender and Saif Ali, our co-director, who were the coaches, and myself on this program this year. It's really heartwarming to see so many people here in these troubled times. And I hope that by the end of this event, you leave with a warm feeling, having witnessed some excellent ideas presented by brave, resourceful, and wonderful people. Please consider how you or anyone in your network could possibly help these budding entrepreneurs. We could only devise and deliver this program with generous funding from the big lottery for its first 3 years. It enabled us to come together with the exceptional Turn. Meeting Turn was a turning point in many ways in terms of Result, having worked with marginalized people, including refugees, for 13 years. But with focus that Turn has with working with refugees in terms of practical advice, it was a marriage made in heaven, and it really has been blissful. We owe it to Social Enterprise UK, who introduced us to each other. The fruits of our joint development work has witnessed some incredible enterprises being born, meaning so much to the individuals, of course, but also the people that they work with, and of course, the ripples beyond. It's also great to see some of the alumni who have been instrumental in making this year happen, in delivering most of this year's program, in fact, which had no external funding for its 4th year. Turn and ourselves used our reserves to deliver the program this year because we so believe in its impact. So if there are any funders out there who would like to support even part of the next program, please do talk to us. We need you. And now I'd like to introduce you to the co-founder of Turn, Charlie Fraser. Thank you.
Thank you, Hormoz, and welcome everybody. I have the privilege of giving an introduction from the Turn side as a co-founder of Turn, which is a social enterprise that has been running now for the last 8 years with a specific mission to enable refugees to thrive through the power of their own ideas. And that's led us to support over 800 refugee entrepreneurs across the UK now. And principal to that mission is the belief that when you give people fair access to opportunity, they will create their own solutions and their own livelihoods. And this community of change makers embodies that more than almost any other part of the community that we work with, and really sits at the heart of everything that we do here, which is the belief that the refugee community has the ability to change its own future if we can give it the platform to do so. And we're really excited tonight to be welcoming these participants into a wider graduate cohort of over 45 social entrepreneurs driving change in the refugee sector in the UK and further afield in multiple different social impact sectors. So this program is a joy for us at Turn, and as a social entrepreneur, a big part of what we do. And in fact, that's something I wanted just to end on. Really was a quick note to our social entrepreneurs, because this evening is really about you, and I'm speaking in my role as a co-founder at Turn, but also first and foremost as a social entrepreneur. And one of the ironies of being a social entrepreneur is that the impulse to do good, to try and make the world a better place, feels very simple, but actually in many ways the difficulty of actually creating change is incredibly hard and demands a huge amount of you. But in return, and this is what I found in my own personal journey, is it gives you a huge amount, and it makes you a better professional, and it certainly makes you a better person. And I hope you find that in your own journeys towards social entrepreneurship. And very few people have the courage to even start to take on the challenge that this world of social entrepreneurship presents. So to you, I wanted to say congratulations on being in the room. The fact that you are here makes you exceptional. It makes you exceptionally courageous. And in comparison, the pitch that you're about to make pales in significance. So we wish you luck. We wish you congratulations, and we thank everybody else who's attending here to support these wonderful entrepreneurs. We hope you give them your time, energy, and belief to make their dreams and their missions possible. And finally, a quick thank you to the team at Result, who have been our friends and our partners for many years now in making this wonderful community possible. And a specific shout out to our own team, to Lucas, to Betisaholo, and to Aruba, without which none of this would be possible. And I now have the privilege to hand back to Amal to introduce our keynote speaker.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Hormoz. It gives me great excitement to introduce to you our keynote for today, Valerie Lolomari, who is Ideas into Action alumni from 2024 and is the founder of Women of Grace. Women of Grace is a UK-based survivor-led organization. They advocate against the practice of female genital mutilation / cutting, which is also known as FGM or FGC, and also all forms of gender-based violence, educating about their lasting consequences and major harms. Valerie herself has spoken at the United Nations, at the EU High Commission, and also at the UK Houses of Parliament about both her work and the work of her organization. Valerie, it is a privilege to have you here today as our keynote, and I would like to hand over to you.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. It's such a pleasure and honor to be here today. Sitting here as a keynote speaker feels really, really surreal, because not too long ago, I was on the other side, full of ideas and passion, but with very little clarity on how to move forward. Once again, my name is Reverend Valerie Lolomari. I'm the founder of Tival's Kitchen, Authentic African Food. I'm also a resilience coach. I'm also a mental health nurse. I'm the convener of Talk with Valerie Monday Motivational Show. And I'm also the founder of Women of Grace UK. Now, all of this I had on the inside of me were very dormant until I came into the program Ideas Interaction. I'll tell you a little bit about Women of Grace. We are a survival-led, community-rooted organization working tirelessly against the very harmful practice of female genital mutilation and any other gender-based violence. We empower women to rebuild their lives. And we do this through mental health support, skill building, safeguarding educations to professionals, and advocacy. We also collaborate with the local authority, the border force, and the police. We work with these survivors to help them from surviving to thriving, because we believe that every woman deserves to live with dignity, purpose, and freedom. For me, everything about me shifted when Ideas into Action came into my life. I just didn't walk into a program. I walked into a community. I walked into support, into belief, into structure. I actually was heard. I was seen, and most importantly, I was backed. They gave me more tools. They gave me transformation, definitely. From the very beginning, they held my hands. They didn't try to change my vision, but they helped me to shape it. They listened very carefully to my ideas with respect and excitement. They definitely saw the gaps, but they also saw my potentials, and they stood with me as I learned to fill those gaps. They believed in me fully, even before I believed in myself. And the part that still means so much to me is that they didn't let me go even when the program ended. They stayed. They showed up again and again and again. They were there after the final session. They were there during the very hard decisions, the real life challenges, the next steps. They stood with me. With their support, I was able to clear my head, and I was able to have clarity on my mission and to scale it in ways that I never ever thought possible. They showed up for me very strongly. I accessed funding opportunities that once felt so out of reach. I was invited to speak both locally and internationally about my work, about what really matters to me, and about what we are building in the community. I have built partnerships that have taken my impact to the next level, collaborations as well that have opened doors and extended my reach far beyond what I could ever have done alone. But the biggest change for me, I have grown, not just in skills or in visibility, but in leadership, in confidence, knowing that I belong in rooms I used to dream of entering. Ideas into action didn't just support a project, they helped shape a leader. That is me. Since then, I've been able to launch a youth initiative that has reached over 500 girls. I have been able to contribute to national policy dialogue, host trainings and workshops for grassroots activists. I have also trained leaders. Every step I've taken since has been supported directly or indirectly by the encouragement, the structure, and the belief that Ideas into Action gave me. So to anyone sitting here wondering if you're ready or qualified, please hear me very clearly. You are ready. You have the fire, you have the story, and you have the heart. And in this space, you have access to people and resources that can take you further than you ever imagined. So please engage, ask questions, send the emails, take the calls, apply for the fundings, build the relationships, say yes to every help you can get, say yes to the growth, say yes to the version of yourself that you have been working towards, the one you know is already inside of you. Because what's offered through Ideas into Action isn't just a program, it's a momentum, it's a movement, it's a network that activates everything that you're already carrying in the inside of you. And now, hey, you guys in the audience, especially those who have the influence, this is your clue to lean in. You are not just spectators in this room. You are the ones who hold the keys, the networks, the fundings, the platforms, the opportunity, the power to turn ideas into scalable, sustainable change. These entrepreneurs you're seeing today, they're not just potentials, they are purpose in action. They are purpose as well in motion. They are ready. They are building. And what they need now is partnership. In the social enterprise sectors, collaboration is definitely everything. So please connect with them, support them, back them. The return is far greater than you know. And to all of the partners, the funders, and the decision makers in the room, I just want to say this to you clearly. This is the kind of initiative that the world needs more of. It's real, it's personal, and it definitely works. So if you have any resources, you have platforms, you have the capital, please continue to support this work, because when you invest into ideas into action, you are not just backing the ideas, you are backing real people, you are backing real communities, and they're going to make real changes. As I close, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much, Ideas into Action, for bringing out the best in me, for helping me step into places that I never dreamed of, for turning that little girl who was so afraid and ashamed and lacked confidence into this brave and strong woman who is able to stand in front of anyone today to express what I have in the inside of me. So I want to say a huge thank you. And as I leave everyone, I just want to say to you, if you have something in the inside of you that is stirring and is telling you to please go, please step up and do that. That feeling in your gut, lean into it. That's your purpose that is calling you. That is your impact that is waiting. Ideas into Action definitely helped me move from vision into impact. You know what? Now it's your turn. Thank you for listening.
Wow. Thank you, Valerie, for those very beautiful and inspiring words. I'm also in awe. So I would just like to take like maybe 1 or 2 moments, just briefly, just stay in silence and just maybe allow that to sink in. All the energy, all the tips, all the inspiration from Valerie. So just if I can ask everyone to keep eyes open, but just take like 1 or 2 deep breaths and just we can reset and then carry on. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Valerie. I think enough said with regards to convincing people to help and support. I think, Valerie, you've done it all now. So yeah, I'm really not sure what else I can do around that. And as you have said, it's really inspiring, Valerie. But it's also another reminder, really, to get behind the founders. It's time to give them the platform that they really need. Just like I got the platform at some point, Valerie got the platform at another point. And the audience, again, like we have a lot of people from the social impact sector. We have funders, we have social impact organizations, or maybe we have people who started their own organizations. It really is whoever you are, you can make a difference today by engaging with our 14 entrepreneurs. I want to show you the QR code, which you can see here on the screen. If you could scan it, or if you want, you can follow the link that will be pasted in the chat. Now, the link will take you to a website where you can meet the founders and connect with them following the demo day. You can engage directly with their asks via the website if you lose any links. So please keep the link handy, save it somewhere. You will be able to find or reach the entrepreneurs after on that. So we are actually about to get into the breakout rooms, and it's about time for you as well soon to start hearing those presentations. I would just like to speak a little bit about the format and also introduce the rooms. So we did split the 14 founders into 4 main themes. It says 13 founders, but we actually have 14 because there's 2 co-founders on the group. And they're divided into the themed rooms. So in room 1, that's the art and charitable organizations. The room will be moderated by Mariam Tahiri. Hello, Mariam. Mariam is the founder of Coffee with Kids and the 2022 Ideas into Action alumni. Room number 2 is the digital services room, facilitated by Fuad Al-Qadi. Hello, Fuad. Founder of Shift Up and 2024 Ideas into Action alumni. The third room is Education and Journalism, facilitated by Aruba Hamid. Hello, Aruba. Founder of Aspiring Dreams CIC and 2023 Ideas into Action alumni. And last but not least, room 4 is Community Group and Coaching, facilitated by Anthony Kimani, founder of Kwetu Coffee and 2023 Ideas into Action alumni. Hello, Anthony. And in each room, you will hear 4 presentations. The facilitator of each room will introduce the format, and then each entrepreneur will present for 7 minutes, and then there will be a 7-minute for Q&A. As a reminder, we will do the Q&A via a chat function and the facilitator or the member of the Turn team will read out your question, which the entrepreneur will then answer. In advance, we have to say sorry if we cannot go through all the questions, but another reminder is that through the link that we have shared, you can reach out to all the entrepreneurs even after the session. Each entrepreneur will have an ask. Please engage with that ask and actively get in touch with them following today if you think that there is a potential opportunity to explore. This is the point of today. It is connection, it's genuine, meaningful engagement with the social impact sector for these founders. Each room will be recorded and we will edit each presentation for the entrepreneurs following the demo day. Team Turn, please remember to press record when the time comes. And you should also have chosen a breakout room before when you signed up to the Ideas into Action demo day. So we will be automatically assigning you into the rooms that you have chosen. If you did not choose a room, then you will choose a breakout room that you wish to join. Please try to stick to the room as the numbers are quite even in general. Lucas from the Turn team will be in the main room in case you get sent out or in case you need any support. And just to remind you that we will be closing the breakouts and not coming back together actually at the end of this. So I really hope you enjoy your presentations. I really hope that if you see something inspiring, if you feel connected, if you see a vision, if you see something around the entrepreneur, the founder, the idea that you have been hearing, to reach out, to start kindling this potential as things move forward. I want to say thank you for listening to me. That is it from me, and it has been a pleasure to host this Ideas into Action demo day. Please go engage with the founders, go to the fun part now, engage with them and their social startups. Lucas, please, if you can open the breakout rooms.
Thank you, Amma. Just to say, I'm going to open the breakout rooms. I'd say most of you have already been assigned based on what you chose, as Amma said. But if you don't get into a breakout room, just stay behind, message me in the chat, and I will put you into one of the rooms that you want to go into. Okay? I'm going to open up now.